I'm the Astrology Boy.
And I'm Xyla Bones.
And today we are having an adult beverage and we are discussing an interesting topic.
We're hating on the haters. Y'all are getting your shit kicked in today. For your nonsense. Your ignorance. Your partiality. Yeah, to certain signs. It's ridiculous. It's projection.
We're going to explore the psychology of why you might hate a certain sign and what you can learn from them, perhaps, and why you should stop being a hater. Well, shall we start from the beginning and go with Aries and make our way up like we normally do?
We shall.
Okay, so long story short, if you hate an Aries, tell me that you have issues with respecting people's boundaries. Without telling me you have issues with respecting people's boundaries. Tell me you don't like a powerful woman without telling me you don't like a powerful woman.
I'd say that comment probably extends to all the fire signs.
The lessons that Aries can teach us are independence, passion, reactions. Sometimes it's good to respond to something. Something breaks, you yell in anger. That's not repressing anything. Aries is not known for their repression skills.
I think you're very uncomfortable with authenticity if you don't like Aries. I think you just don't like someone you can't control. You don't like someone who's that independent, who's just gonna, I'm doing it, and they didn't ask you questions. You don't like somebody who knows how to play the game. They just playing it. You don't like passion? You don't like someone assertive? You don't like Mariah Carey? You don't like Lady Gaga? Rihanna? Emma Watson?
I love her.
Love her.
She's
Come on.
so pretty.
Anya Taylor-Joy?
She's an Aries.
Major Aries queen.
That's right, it's me. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Guys, I guarantee you, some of your favorite pop stars, as we've listed, have Aries placements. Because Aries is, I'm just saying what I'm thinking. I'm just doing what I'm doing. People love that authenticity. But you feel that authenticity somehow invalidates your existence because it's like you're not relating to it. Aries is just telling their story. They're not even, what Aries does is never meant to be personal to anyone else. I don't think I've ever seen an Aries be like spiteful. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have that complex of a capacity. They've let it go. Like, they're too concerned. They're like, if their attention is on you, it's so brief. Once their attention is not on you, they are literally not thinking about you.
It's never that deep. Never that deep.
It never was that deep.
You were never that important to the Aries. I said what I said.
This video hasn't even gone up yet. And I'm sensing some people getting a little offended by that comment.
Let's leave it on that and move on to Taurus. So if you have an issue with Taurus energy, tell me you don't love yourself without telling me you don't love yourself.
I think you lack self-worth if you don't like a Taurus.
If you don't like the energy that Taurus represents, you don't believe you deserve a spa day, and that's a shame. We all deserve a spa day.
I think you just hate people who are capable of spoiling themselves. You're not capable of that, are you?
You probably take things very personally, and it offends you that the archetype of Taurus doesn't care.
You're mad that they're protecting their energy from you.
I gotta love and I know that it's all I know. Oh, wow.
Pathetic.
It's giving very much Parks and Rec. Treat yourself.
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself. Honestly, I think you don't like someone who's strong, patient, and composed. They're consistent. Just tell me you don't like someone with a healthy work-life balance.
Do you have a problem with people who leave their work at work? And when they come home and you say, hey, what are you thinking about? And they say nothing, and they mean it. Do you find that envious because your anxiety disorder means you're always thinking about what could go wrong? I'm talking to you, Virgo. Don't be jealous of your fellow Earth sign.
Do you hate it when someone minds their own business?
Gemini.
Do you hate it when somebody can keep their hands to themselves?
Sagittarius. The lessons that Taurus can teach us are, it's okay to touch grass and mind your business.
As long as it's on your own property.
Leave me alone. You do your job, I'll do mine, back out of my business.
I just want to do what I'm doing right now. And then I want to do the same thing again tomorrow. Is there a problem here? I'm just doing what I do. I just like what I like. I think you also don't like people who know what they like.
They like what they like, and there's nothing you can do to persuade them otherwise. Taurus is the energy that reminds us that it's okay to like one thing. It's okay to eat the same breakfast every day for 20 years. You like it. It's delicious. One boiled egg, slice of toast, scoop of peanut butter, and a smoothie. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Healthy as a horse.
Gonna outlive us all.
Has a healthy savings account. Healthy breakfast. I also think you don't like somebody who takes their time. I think they know what their time is worth. What?
I was just thinking. It's like, I forgot. I lost it. It's gone. I have a Gemini moon. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Gemini. I think we're ready for Gemini.
Gemini. Gemini. If you don't like Gemini, tell me that you're jealous of the fact that I can let go and move on and change my mind. That I can go, ooh, I like this and I want it. Actually, I don't want it anymore. And I feel no shame in that.
You don't like somebody who's funny and can have a conversation with anyone.
Including a wall.
They are never bored and they don't need you to entertain them. They don't. Did they make you feel boring? That's your problem.
Gemini's not afraid to ask the uncomfortable questions, to lift up the rock and see what's underneath it. It's like the little kid who visits a house, snooping through the drawers and the closets, seeing what you got. What are they going to do? They're just looking. They just want to see.
I think you hate curiosity. I don't think you're a very open-minded person. They just want to talk. They just want to talk.
It's like, oh yeah, me and my wife had a really bad divorce. Why? What happened? Whose fault was it? Was it your fault, Bob? Linda, what did you do? Who cheated? How long was the affair going on? Who has custody of the children? What did the court say? Are the documents available online? Are they public access? I'm curious.
You don't like the guy that's got the scoop.
When was the divorce finalized? And who filed for it? Do y'all have the same lawyer or it's a different lawyer? Am I going to do anything with that information? No, I'm just curious. I just want to know. I'll forget. Literally tomorrow, I won't be able to answer any of those questions back. You're lucky I remember your name, Linda and Bob.
I think you don't like a good story if you don't like a Gemini. I think that you don't like somebody who's going to push all the buttons. But guess who's going to figure out how to work the Roku remote? Now you can watch your movie. Thanks a lot. Say thank you, Bob. God.
And Gemini, they're very faithful. They just don't feel pressure to commit to something until they... What was I?
So the Geminis are faithful. They just don't feel
They're very faithful. You're just jealous that they don't feel obligated to get into a relationship that they're not sure they want to get into yet. You know how many people get into relationships and they shouldn't have gotten into them in the first place? Gemini knows. Gemini is like, you're not tying this pony down. I don't even know if I like you yet.
Gemini knows that, like, things change.
Feelings change. Things change. I change. You'll change for sure. Well, maybe not Taurus, but you'll change.
Right. Even Tauruses can change. You don't see it very often, but they do, right?
There are documented cases of it happening occasionally.
There's documented cases. I don't think you like someone who strategically keeps their options open. You want to force them to commit. You want them to sign their name in blood, and they're just not going to do that.
You don't deserve my blood.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the first 3 signs, if you have issues with them, you have boundary problems.
That's what I'm getting.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
Speaking of boundary problems, are we ready to move on to Cancer?
We can talk about Cancer.
Cancer. So if you hate Cancers, tell me that someone who is brave enough to cry in front of you and say, you hurt my feelings. Tell me that you are so envious of the fact that not only are they aware of their emotions, but they're comfortable enough to express it. You're envious of that. That's what you wish that you could do. But you gaslight them and manipulate them and say, you're manipulating me with your authenticity.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Shame. How dare you?
Emotions are good and beautiful. Why do you hate your own? That's not my problem.
You are uncomfortable with your emotions, and so you're uncomfortable with someone who is comfortable with theirs. Again, that's a you problem.
And Cancer is so kind enough to understand your problem. It is a you problem, but they also see it as some of their problem, where they understand where you're coming from. And it makes them cry even more because they feel sorry for you. They just want you to be okay.
Do you just, like, need someone to trust you? Because Cancer isn't just gonna trust you. Like, they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you their loyalty. They don't owe you their kindness, of which they have a lot, but it's for specific people. You don't have good boundaries. Do they owe you every thought that goes through their head? No, they do not. They do not owe you that. It's none of your business. Why do you need to know? It's like you're not comfortable with the information being shared and the information not being shared.
I was about to say you don't like it when they're honest and tell you how it is with their emotional reactions, but you also want them to tell you more and be more open and more emotionally expressive. It's like when they are authentic, that's too much. When they're keeping part of themselves closed off because they have a healthy boundary, they're too closed. They're too closed off.
Cancer just can never.
They can't win.
Cancer's always saying the wrong thing because it makes somebody uncomfortable. It's like, well, you're not telling me. Well, last time I told you, you told me I was gaslighting you. So now I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Where you
Chipotle.
Oh, have fun.
They don't trust you, and you don't like that. I think you don't like somebody who trusts their intuition more than they trust you.
Do they have cheese?
Yeah, I got chips queso. Here's some chips queso.
I would love some.
Absolutely.
That would be a delight.
Gotcha.
Patrick is a sweetheart. Let's move on to Leo. Speaking of, my beautiful Leo roommate is going to get Chipotle, and he asked if I wanted something. And he's a Leo. Why do you hate Leos? Tell me.
Hey, why?
Tell me.
Really, why?
Tell me you're jealous without telling me you're jealous. Tell me you wish that you had the confidence to be your most authentic self without caring what other people think.
You're so insecure. You're literally so insecure.
You wish you could be that girl.
You wish you liked yourself. And you don't feel like they're allowed to.
Tell me you have low self-esteem without telling me you have low self-esteem.
Really, genuinely, I remember having a love-hate relationship with Leos in middle school and, like, somewhat through high school because of this very reason. I've had notoriously low self-esteem for most of my life. And I remember the people I had, I wanted them to be friends with me so bad, but I was so jealous of them. And I wanted any reason to hate them. They were Leos. They were Leos. But you did it because they were charming and funny and talented, and you wanted to be like them. They were the cool kids. A lot of them were. Naturally cool, naturally magnetic, naturally confident. Tell me that you are threatened by someone who is shamelessly and genuinely generous. They want to give that to you. They saw you in a special light and they said, "You're my special little friend. Here's a special little gift because I see your little light." And their big shining sun means your little light feels small, even though they wanted to make you feel special.
Tell me you don't know how to receive love.
You're so sad. You're really so sad. Tell me you don't like joy.
Tell me you don't like sunshine.
I got a pocket full of sunshine.
Tell me you see children laughing and you get mad. You don't like babies' laughter.
When you see that family having family game night laughing together, you throw rocks at their window.
You talk shit about that girl behind her back when she posts selfies and she looks good.
When people announce their pregnancy, you are disappointed. When people have a celebration, you wish you had something to celebrate. So, Virgo.
Virgo. You hate a helper. You hate it when someone sees you in need and tries to help.
Tell me you're not an honest person. Tell me you're sneaky. Tell me you're deceptive. Tell me you're not a good person. Tell me you have bad morals.
You hate it when someone can fix a problem, and then when they get praised, they're so humble about it.
Tell me you hate being wrong. This is more insecure energy. The first quadrant is control issues, boundary issues. The second quadrant, I think it's insecurity.
It's the solidification, I think, of the ego in the third trimester there. Tell me you don't like somebody smart and efficient. They just get it done. And they did it better than you.
Tell me you don't like doing things correctly. You don't like doing things the right way. You don't like doing things by the book. Tell me that you're not valedictorian.
You don't like somebody who goes above and beyond.
Tell me you needed a tutor in school without telling me you needed a tutor in school.
You hate somebody who's on a self-improvement journey. You hate that friend of yours from high school. She lost 80 pounds and she looks great. She's on the up and up. Shame on you.
The lessons we can learn from a Virgo. It's okay to make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. It's okay to take your time to do the right thing. You can read the directions twice before you start the project. You are in no rush. You can do your research. You can do the right thing. And it's okay to suffer. You can suffer.
Clap if you think she should suffer.
You can handle it. You can let someone else have the last cookie. You can share. You can give your sandwich to the homeless person. That's okay.
Sometimes it's not all about you. You hate constructive criticism.
You hate seeing yourself for who you really are. A Leo is going to celebrate all the good parts of you, but a Virgo is going to say, here's a little flaw. Your breath stinks. You need some deodorant.
I think you're telling me you don't want a friend who's going to tell you you have toilet paper on your shoe. Even though she's just trying to help. You don't like that friend that's going to tell you when your tire pressure's low.
You have something in your teeth, darling. Hey, do you want some gum? No, I insist. You should have some gum.
You're about to leave for that date. I think you need a mint. Just trying to... I want to see you shine, bud.
Do you want to borrow my cologne? Do you want my organic deodorant? Non-scented? My salt crystals? Do you need some herbs? Need some crystals?
I have a Tums. Do you want a Tums?
Are you lactose intolerant? I have some of those in my purse. Some of those pills.
You hate somebody who has a list.
You hate someone who is helpful. You hate someone who is indisposable. Mm-hmm. Moving on to Scorpio.
Hello?
Oh, I skipped. It's Libra, then Scorpio. Oops. I'm so sorry. Moving on. Moving on to... Hold on. I apologize. So, moving on to Libra.
Mm-hmm. Libra.
My roommate just started cheering for Libra because he's a Libra. He was like, yeah, Libra.
That's a good impression.
If you don't like Libra, tell me you don't like somebody who is very actually impartial.
Tell me you don't like someone who's hot. Tell me you're insecure and think you're ugly and not likable.
You are exceptionally uncharming. Tell me if you have no people skills.
Social finesse.
You have no people skills.
social finesse. No social finesse whatsoever.
If you tried to sell someone something they already wanted, they probably wouldn't buy it if you tried to sell it to them.
Me?
Babe, we're in the middle of a podcast right now.
Taurus in the background. Me? Question mark. What?
Aries, wait, me?
Tell me you can't handle big emotions logically. Tell me you can't process the fact that people are complicated and you can feel more than one thing at the same time.
I think you've made a lot of bad decisions in your life. You hate people when they give you good advice. You can't stand good advice.
Tell me you wish people liked you.
Oh my God.
But tell me you wish people liked you, but you're too aggressive.
You're terrible at dating, aren't you?
Oh.
You don't like it when somebody can get a date. They collab real well. They're such a good teammate. You are not.
Tell me you're a closeted people. Tell me you're a closet. Okay, look. A little numb. With all beverages. Tell me you are a closeted people pleaser and you are projecting your own people pleasers' insecuritiness onto them because they're healthy, not really a people pleaser, just balanced and good at avoiding conflict in healthy ways. And you wish you could do it that way, but you're just a people pleaser.
You wish you had the social finesse.
Is there a more efficient way I could have said that?
You really couldn't have said it more efficiently. Like, you just cannot handle a conflict with grace. Because there's social finesse and then there's handling conflicts with grace. You get really upset. You are terrified of conflict, actually.
Tell me you're the villain.
You don't like it when your friends call you out on your bullshit.
Tell me you don't feel good about yourself.
You just want someone to take your side, don't you?
Is it Scorpio's turn?
No. You don't like someone with objectively good taste. And everyone else likes their taste. Nobody likes yours. Damn! You're bad at marketing yourself. I said it.
My Chiron.
Not my Chiron!
Dude, I just robbed Chipotle. They rung it up for $30.
Oh.
He put it in wrong.
come here for a second?
He took my $10 cash, and I was gonna pay the rest on card. But he processed the transaction and finished it with the $10, and he was like, "Oh, my bad, dude. You can just take it." So I paid $10 for a $30 order. All right.
Did he just get a deal?
He paid $10 for a $30 ticket because the guy messed up and didn't want to fix it.
Yeah, he didn't want to fix it, so he was like, "All right."
That's why you're jealous of the Leo.
Yeah. So, okay, this episode is about why do you hate this zodiac sign and why you should be ashamed of yourself. If somebody hates Libra, what do you think their problem is?
Yeah, but I like Libras, so I don't know.
The Taurus Mercury does not care. He's not.
Okay, listen. If someone didn't like me and was very publicly like, yeah, I just don't like her, and you overheard somebody saying it, and what would you be like?
I guess because you're very unapologetically, like, kind of just, like, tell it how it is type of shit. You say what you want to say and you don't give a
So what's that person's problem?
no filter.
I think that's Scorpio.
That's Scorpio.
I don't know, dude.
we could cut it over there, I guess, if we want.
We can manipulate the mess.
If I'm somebody tweeting and says Xyla Bones is a brat, she doesn't know what the she's talking about, and she's full of herself.
I think this is a loaded question.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been in the mind of a hater.
This is why I love Taurus Mercury's and Aries energy.
But I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone who's hating on you. It's hard to get out.
Why would they hate me, like, deep down? What's in their soul?
Hate.
Pure hatred.
Well, I probably know you're always right.
I think that was a Virgo. That was the comment.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Don't do that. I won't catch it. What? I know, but if it doesn't hit my mouth, I won't be able to find it.
What if I find it?
Do you really want to look for a chocolate chip on the brown floor?
I would rather you just catch it.
But what if I don't?
Ready?
I got it. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
The queso from Chipotle is not very good.
No, it's not.
I need some Tex-Mex white queso from anywhere other than Texas.
You ever been to Ted's in Oklahoma?
No, there's no good things in Oklahoma.
Except for me, but
You're in.
well, I am imported from Oklahoma.
Are we on Scorpio now? Or
Yeah, we're on Scorpio, I think. It is pork. Jesus Christ. We're podcasting now.
tell me you're uncomfortable with serious, with intense, with something that's hard, that's tough.
You're very uncomfortable with somebody seeing you for what you really are. You don't like somebody who's comfortable getting straight to the point.
You don't like someone who says, I go to therapy, and they're not trying to hide it.
You're really bad with uncomfortable topics of conversation. You cannot confront the skeletons in your own closet.
Tell me that you are too afraid to go to therapy because you don't want to confront those skeletons It's that envy. It's that insecurity because you don't know what you'll find because they're raw and vulnerable, and here's all my nastiness. I'm not trying to hide it.
You don't like someone comfortable with their sexuality.
You don't like someone comfortable with their trauma.
You don't like somebody who's comfortable with power and who knows their power and's not going to give it to you.
You don't like someone who no longer identifies as a victim.
Ooh. I think you're uncomfortable with death.
Ooh.
You are. You don't like someone who is truly a changed person.
You don't like change.
You wish you could change.
You're afraid if you heal, you won't be the same person. And what if the people in your life don't like that person? What if you lose something to gain something better?
I think that at some point you gave up and you wish you hadn't. No one's gone to hell and back for you, have they? You poor thing. Tell me something about unconditional, real quick. You can't. I don't think you like people who are good with money either. You wish you were financially responsible.
Did I say thank you for the queso? Good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You good?
It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Hold on. Did I say thank you for the queso? It's not the worst, but it's not the best. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
We should include alcohol in more of our podcasts. We're so much more lighthearted.
Oh no. You know what's funny? Is normally when people drink, they get heavier. We're getting lighter. We're elevating.
We're Mercury. We're so Mercury and Saturn heavy.
Sagittarius. Again, you hate having fun and you hate strong women. You hate being rejected. You don't like somebody who's having fun without you, specifically.
You don't like someone who's smarter than you who didn't have to try.
They're literally just doing life and they're doing it all. They're having a good time and they didn't ask your permission.
You don't like people who have been to more countries than you.
You really hate watching other people's travel vlogs because of the envy.
So you don't have culture. So you're a little racist.
You have no stories to tell. You think you're funny, but no one laughs at your jokes.
Maybe Cancer does.
Maybe. You hate it when someone's funnier than you. When someone steals the spotlight without effort.
Third quadrant is there's something about confidence. It's still insecurity, but it's like first is control, second is insecurity, third is...
Immature. You're immature.
You're envious of how far these people have gone in these areas.
You're immature. You're, number one, boundary issues. Number two, you're insecure. Number three, you're immature. You're immature. Okay? Grow up.
Still on your journey.
Immature.
You figured it out. You're a genius, Xyla. That's incredible.
We were just saying, you hate Scorpios because they're always right. Not you, but you. You. You hate school, don't you?
You don't like moving. You don't like change.
I think you're anti-immigrant.
You think you don't need a mentor figure. You're a know-it-all, but you're not that know-it-all. You don't know it all.
You're logical, but you're not, like, wise. You're right, but you're not that right.
You get stuck on the details too much, and you're envious of the fact that details don't matter to a Sagittarius.
Your dreams are dead.
You have no aspirations for your future, do you?
Nobody believes in you, do they?
Tell me you're agnostic without telling me you're agnostic.
Atheist, actually. You hate spiritual people.
Tell me you're the small man that Taylor Swift talks about in her song.
She's a Sag.
Oh, she is.
She is a
And
Sag.
I am not endorsing Taylor Swift. I think she has her own set of issues.
We're not endorsing Taylor Swift, but we're not endorsing Taylor Swift.
We're not endorsing her.
We are neutral on Taylor Swift.
Neutral negative.
We're neutral evil on Taylor Swift.
Capricorn. Speaking of Taylor Swift, Capricorn, because she has something in Capricorn.
I wasn't done with Sagittarius. I had something else to say. You're truly hopeless, aren't you?
You've lost all faith.
You're actually just a sad sack of shit, aren't you? I'm done. So,
Capricorn.
you hate a professional.
You hate your grandparents.
You hate your grandparents. You hate someone who's actually responsible. Like, responsible. Tell me you hate your boss.
You hate someone who has a 401k and pays their bills on time.
You hate somebody with a retirement plan. They have a high interest savings account.
You hate it when old people are having fun.
Pushing 60, baby!
You hate somebody who actually pulled themselves up by their bootstraps.
You hate it when someone doesn't crumble emotionally when you feel like you would have crumbled under the pressure. You hate it when someone doesn't cry over spilled milk. You hate it when someone sweeps up the broken glass and pours another glass of milk.
In this case, it would be a glass of whiskey. You don't take your coffee black, do you?
Tell me you're impatient without telling me you're impatient.
Tell me you hate somebody who doesn't sweat the small stuff.
Tell me you don't know how to change a flat tire.
You have no survival skills. You weren't elected student body president, but you wish you were. You don't like it when someone's been a father to themselves. You wish you were giving daddy, but you're not.
You needed more hugs growing up. You don't like waiting in line for TSA at the airport.
You can't stand a master of their craft. You hate being a beginner.
You've never planted a garden and weeded it with your bare hands, have you?
I don't actually think you've ever washed a car with a water hose. Nor have you changed your oil.
You were a spoiled kid, weren't you? You get fired a lot too, don't you? You never make it past the front desk receptionist, huh? You're kind of a loser.
I think you're kind of a quitter.
Oh, this is another one that probably is afraid of death. The inevitability of death.
You're afraid of old age. You don't take yourself seriously at all.
You hoard your knowledge and you don't want to share it because then you feel like you won't be special.
Despicable. Aquarius?
What was the third quadrant again? We have control.
Immature.
We have insecurity. We have immature. Aquarius.
You hate anything different.
Tell me you're a normie.
You are afraid of what you do not understand. You hate people who innovate. You hate entrepreneurs.
Tell me you can't read a piece of classical literature and read between the lines and interpret it for what the author was trying to say without saying it.
You hate surprises. Even good ones. You've never had an original thought. Your personality's copy-paste.
You're afraid of rejection,
You're afraid of being the center of attention.
but you're angry when you're not the center of attention.
You're dying to be praised for your creativity. You struggle with technology. You hate the iOS updates.
You probably don't have good boundaries either.
I think you wish you were popular on social media, and you're not.
You probably don't have good style either.
No. I think that you're somebody who, without reason, despises modern art.
You probably look at Picasso and you don't see it. You don't get it.
You're not even trying to see it. It just frightens you.
You hate abstract art. There's no pleasing you. You hate art.
I'm gonna go ahead and forward that to Pisces. You also hate art if you hate Pisces. You don't like science fiction, even though it's a beautiful genre that has a lot to teach us. You're so uncomfortable being alone.
If you're rejecting the archetype of Aquarius, you are rejecting the archetype of to truly not fit in. You are afraid of rejection. You are afraid of not fitting in, and you've never actually experienced it. You're afraid to experience it. Which, ironically, when an Aquarius is really walking in their full power, they're not actually being rejected. They're being authentic. And you don't see the difference between authenticity and being a social outcast, fitting in, and doing what you're called to do, what you're destined to do, without a need to explain it.
When your opinion is different from your friends, you don't say it. You hate it. This is another one. You hate it when other people are right about you.
You're terrified of being the underdog.
You don't really want the world to change, do you? You don't believe it can.
Pessimist.
I don't think you've ever donated to charity. Not even at Petco, whenever they're like, donate $1.
You don't handle rejection well.
You really don't have a sense of who you are, I don't think, at all. You've never stood alone to really see society reflect you, but in contrast.
We live in a society
Have you ever played devil's advocate? You don't believe in aliens.
I bet you have bad taste in movies.
You're a bandwagon.
You have an anxious attachment style. Pisces. Sweet Pisces. You hate children.
I think you hate unicorns and mermaids and dragons.
You hate creative play.
You hate Harry Potter.
Just like she was when she was beautiful. She signed the letter.
Your imagination is in black and white.
Do you dream? Awake or asleep? Have you ever picked up crayons?
Your soul is colorblind.
Your soul is dead. Have you ever danced to a song? Sang in the car?
You cannot find reaching for something in the distance.
You judge people for being in love.
That makes me want to cry. You've never sobbed.
Tell me you don't understand how empathy works.
Have you ever loved anything? Have you ever loved? God's never smiled upon you.
I might cut that out.
You go to weddings with resentment.
You've never looked at the clouds and seen anything else but a cloud. No cool shapes, no animals, just clouds.
I don't think you've ever done anything spontaneous.
Sometimes it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be real to be good.
Whenever a movie makes you cry, you try to hide your tears.
You don't think ADHD is real.
No one's ever written you a love letter.
You struggle with making eye contact.
You've never made friends with a stranger.
You don't enjoy playing by yourself.
You don't even laugh by yourself, do you?
Do you even play?
Do you cry? Do you laugh? Do you smirk? You have no imagination. None whatsoever.
You felt nothing when you watched the movie Bambi.
You buy your art at TJ Maxx, Ross. You've never felt God.
I feel God in this Chili's tonight.
Have you ever prayed?
You quit going to church.
You hate Jesus.
Jesus, I love you, Jesus.
You don't like nuns. No, that's real. You don't like nuns, and there's something wrong with you. Shame on you. You don't like those videos of dogs when their owners come home from war. You don't like those videos.
You have loveless sex.
Ugh. You hate theater.
You've never seen Wicked.
Actually, I've never seen Wicked. I wish I had.
Okay, you wish. Oh, if you hate Pisces, you hate wishing.
You hate wishes. You hate wishes. Listen, I was a theater kid, though. I wish I had seen Wicked. So if you can't find me to the western sky,
Has someone told you lately?
everyone deserves a chance to fly.
And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who ground me, take a message back to, from me to the I'm flying high, defying gravity. And soon I'll match the moon we love. And nobody in all of us, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring me down. I hope you're happy. Purple boy, she's wicked. Get her! Bring me down. So you care to bring me
Your mic kept clipping. I still felt like I was being serenaded, so bravo.
Xyla. You're so pretty. All the boys, they objectify you.
Hey, you know what? If you don't like Pisces, you've never been serenaded. You've never seen the movie Grease.
If you don't like Pisces, you've never been in a trauma-bonded relationship.
No.
Well, I mean, that might be good for you. I think that's good for you. I'm proud for you.
Honestly, yeah, okay.
Actually, that's
You've
probably a
never
good
had
thing.
Stockholm Syndrome. You've never been schizophrenic. No, you do have a firm grasp of reality, but that is also your problem and your plight. So that's all you know.
You probably do have a bank account, though.
You do have a bank account.
You don't have insomnia. No, we're hating on the haters. In conclusion, if you hate on any of the zodiac signs for any reason, I will personally show up at your front door, ring the doorbell politely, and say, hey, would you like to have a civil conversation about why maybe you could open up your mind to the greater horizons of how we can all learn from each other in spite of our differences?
We will come to your door, all dressed in black, holding pamphlets and saying, have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Zodiac?
So, first quadrant is you have control issues. Second quadrant is you're insecure. Third quadrant is you are really immature. And the fourth quadrant is...
There is no fourth quadrant. Because really
Is
they
there?
were trimesters. We divided
No, it's-
the Zodiac into
This-
3 pieces.
The zodiac is...
3 sections of 4 is what we did. Four.
No,
four.
it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9, 12.
Yeah, no, but we did it in Fire, Earth, Air, Water, new section. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, new section. Fire, Earth, Air, Water.
I was doing it in quadrants.
We were doing it in trimesters the whole time.
I'm the astrology boy.
And I'm Xyla Bones.
Thank you for indulging our content. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You can find me on TikTok at the astrology boy. You can find her at Xyla Bones.
Do not tell us in the comments which zodiac sign you don't like. I don't care. Tell us your big 3 in the comments and tell us why you think people were hating on you.
Tell us the one you're horniest for.
Tell us the one you wish you were. And it can't be yours.
I wish I was a Gemini.
Hey, at the end of the day, I wouldn't change a thing. I do think it would be fun to role play a lot, but I think could I possibly be funnier or more intelligent? Probably not.
I hope he likes the song. Andy's my
Also-
favorite.
Also, so he said that he hopes you like the song and you're his favorite.
If he doesn't like the song, I'm going to myself.
I'm not gonna say that.
Say it.
He said if you don't like the song, he's gonna kill himself. Such a cancer thing to say. My God.
And I mean it.